you once again. We're working on Blueprint Section 3, page 86. All right, so we know that looks can be deceiving if we don't take all of the information into account. Okay, so we're going to continue with that. Okay, so we need to make sure that we're able to visualize the part from the orthographic views before we put it together. And that's really important for us to be able to do it. So I was talking about taking this top view, okay, the front view, and the side view and sticking them together in a way that we can be able to visualize it. Okay, so they want you to pick the pictorial drawing that best describes this. Okay, so this is how I look at things when we're starting to look. So what is my top going to look like? Well, it has this square on the top. Okay, what does my front look like? What does my side look like? Now, this is where nomenclature really messes people up. Just because it says front or side, it's not always the front and the side that we think it is. This is the front or the side that the engineer or the person who's drawing the blueprints think should be the front or the side of the part. Okay, so remember that. Don't let it confuse you. Okay, top, front, and side. What does my top look like? What does the front look like? And what might the side look like? Okay, page 87. All right, here we go. So we're starting to have to, look at this view. Make the pictorial view from what we have, right? This one is pretty simple, right? But when we start to look here, this gets quite complex. Okay, so now they want the same kind of thing. We're going to look at the pictorial view, and we're going to look at this, the top, the side, and the front. So what does the top look like? What is it going to look like from on top, looking down? Okay, what is my side view going to look like? And what is my front view going to look like? Okay, so remember, it's not just this surface here, it would be actually looking down onto the surface, which gets kind of confusing. Okay. All right, page 88. So we understand that object lines only show us visual surfaces or edges of our part. What does the dashed line look like? Well, the dashed line is our hidden line. Okay, so that's our X-ray vision, that we're able to see the edge of the part that we couldn't see from a visible surface. Okay. All right, so we need to draw the three orthographic views on the pictorial drawing. So what does my top look like? What does my front? And what does my side look like? And don't forget to include object as well as hidden lines. Okay, so if I'm looking from the top, what edges am I seeing? If I'm looking from the front, which edges am I seeing? And especially my hidden lines in here, right? As well as my side. Okie dokie, here we go. We understand hidden lines are not visible. Okay, so we understand how this works. It shows us there's something back here, but we're not sure what it is. So they want you to draw the hidden lines. We just did that, didn't we? All right, so more. Page 90. So the hidden lines are giving us a relationship between visible and hidden surfaces when we're looking at an orthographic view in order to build our pictorial view in our mind. Okay, so if we look at this top view, they give us a left and a right side, which is a bonus, but we can see that, okay, there's something if I'm looking that way. So one is taller and one is shorter than the other. Okay, so it's giving that information to us. Boy, they like this piece, don't they? All right, so give us a hidden line. How are we taking that information into account? All right, page 91, getting a little bit more complex here. So we know that our hidden line, especially in an interior cut, is going to show us. But we have a long, short, long. When we see a long, short, long, that's the center line. When we see a center line in something like this, it's going to be probably the center of a pipe. Okay? So then it's telling us typical. So if we see this more than once, we know that it needs to go all the way around as a fillet. Center lines can also be, we can do center of our welds, like pitch. We can also do center of parts, circles, arcs, anything like that. Okay, center lines are long, short, long. So put in the hidden and the center lines. Also remember that we want them relational. So I would put my center lines through here like this, as well as like this. And that way people understand, I know where it's going. All right, last one, guys. Page 92. Ooh, we have an arc here. Okay, so we understand that there's a center here, and ultimately I can be putting a circle here if I look carefully. So put the center line in the orthographic views. And then if I draw a center line through here, which view gives me a right angle? Okay. All right, guys, as always, take care.